Melissa, have you been handing my number out?
No, I would never give your number out.
Weird, because I have really bad news.
Oh my god, what is it? Does it have to do with his wife? If she laid a finger on my baby?
Oh. Someone who, I don't know, was with you physically before the baby was born, called me and said that they were trying to reach you and wanted to know about the baby. It sounded like he was hinting at maybe he thought he was the father.
I mean, Mill, that sounds pretty vague. How is he hinting that he's the father? He wouldn't even... Where would he get that claim from?
He asked me if the baby was born, how you were doing, and if you knew who the father was.
Well, we went over this. It's almost like a script. Did you tell him that I have a baby's father, that Joey is the father?
No, I didn't tell him anything other than I have nothing to do with the situation because I don't want to be dragged into this.
Alright, so no big. Honestly, that's all you have to do to get the squirrels away. Doesn't have to be more complicated than that, Mill. I'm sorry he called you, but who cares?
That's not the point, Melissa. The point is, I was correct. There are people who are going to wonder.
Let them wonder then, Mill. We have a paternity test. I have a baby's father. There's nothing else for them to... There's no reason to feel threatened by these randos.
Can I ask you just how many people did you happen to connect with before the baby was conceived?
Mill, you don't ask someone that. You know, it's like personal information.
Okay, let me rephrase it then. Not that I want to know any of these answers, but what am I looking at here in terms of people who could be curious? Because that's one. How many more people are going to call me? How many more people are going to show up at your doorstep wondering if they're the father?
Be realistic, Mill. Him calling you and asking that is weird. There is no man out there who's eager to be someone's father randomly. Okay, no man wants that baggage. No one wants to pay child support. I'm pretty 100% certain that no one's coming out of the woodwork to do that. I don't know what that man's problem was, but he was strange.
Believe it or not, Melissa, there are men who may fall head over heels for you. There are men who use a child in getting a woman pregnant to stay with them. So there are plenty of men out there who are probably happy or who are just eager at the chance to knock a woman up.
Well, it sucks to be them because Joey was the only one that mattered to me.
Well, if he was the only one that mattered to you so much, why did you spread...
Mill.
I'm sorry, but you roped me into this and got me to help you commit a crime in forging you know what. And all I asked was to make sure that the bases were covered, to make sure that we don't have to deal with people throwing a wrench in these plans. And now you're in rehab, and I have random men calling me asking whether or not they're the father of this baby. This is far more complicated than I had wanted it to be.
All you have to do is tell them that we have a father and they are not the father.
No, Melissa. The next one that calls me, I'm giving him your number and you're gonna deal with it. You better hope that no one else is sniffing around.